The next topic that we shall be dealing with is demographic profile. Demographic profile means the level of rise in the population of the country. When I talk of these three countries, India, Pakistan and China, there is a boom in the population. That is to say, population is a big hindrance in the growth and development of all the three countries. China is the most populated country in the world and India is running fast behind it to become the most populated country in the world. But this competition has more glaring effects, and those are: China is also one of the very large countries of the world, and when this happens, there is low density of population in China compared to India and Pakistan. So this gives them an edge over the population or the demographic profile. In spite of the fact that they are the most populated country of the world, there are 138 people staying per square kilometer in China. In India, it is 358 and in Pakistan 193. So, you look at these figures by which you will clearly realize that though the country is most populated, but the density of population is much less. Therefore, the pressure on the resources is less compared to India and Pakistan. When I talk of the population, another glaring effect that is visible is that the sex ratio in all the three countries is also very sad. There are more males than the females because in all the three countries there is more urge of having a son, and thus this brings about a dismal picture of the sex ratio in the country, wherein the male population is more than the female population. The next is, as far as urbanization is concerned, that is, when we look at the demographic profile, we also see how many people live in the urban and how many in the rural areas. Now here the edge is by both the countries, that is China and Pakistan. Both in China and Pakistan, there are more number of people staying in the urban areas than in the rural areas. But in India, the picture is very different. Here we have most of the people living in the rural areas and less number of people staying in the urban areas. This means in the urban areas, when more people are staying, they are depending on the secondary or the tertiary sector. But when more people are staying in the rural areas, they are depending on the primary sector. And this was visible even in the sectoral share when we talked about. So, in spite of the fact that we are the fat populated, big populated countries, Asian countries, but still China has an edge in spite of the fact that it is most populated because of the area that it has.